Hello and welcome. You're watching Biz1st Review 360. I'm Ravi Gamage. First, a look at the stories making headlines tonight. A new Colombo, Myanmar service begins at the Colombo port. Sri Lanka looks to charge new taxes next month. India's hero acquires 60% of Lankan company. And the Employers Federation of Ceylon launches internship program. And now for the stories in detail. MV Pathian, star of Continental Shipping Lines, made her inaugural call at the Sri Lanka Ports Authority-run Jaya Container Terminal, establishing a direct link with the port of Colombo and Myanmar.
MV Pathian, star of Continental Shipping Line, made her inaugural call at Jaya Container Terminal run by the Sri Lanka Ports Authority under the new Colombo-Yangon service. The vessel called from Chennai, India, and is scheduled to leave for the port of Yangon in Myanmar soon. It is the first time that a direct cargo link has been established between Colombo and Yangon, opening new opportunities for Sri Lankan exports to explore the Myanmar market. The shipping line will also help boost Colombo's transshipment volumes from east coast of India. The vessel has a capacity of 1,468 TEUs.
Sri Lanka is set to charge newly proposed taxes from April and September in a bid to narrow the budget deficit.
Sri Lanka is looking to charge newly proposed taxes from April and September this year to narrow the budget deficit, Prime Minister told Parliament.
අපේ එක ප්‍රශ්නයක් වෙලා තියෙන විශාලම ප්‍රශ්නේ තියෙන අපිට ආදායම එකතු කරන්න බැරි වෙන එක. මේ නීති වෙනස් කරගන්න වෙයි. මේ නීතිය වෙනස් කරගන්නකොට දැන් අපි විශේෂයෙන්ම මේ පිළිබඳ අලුතෙන් අපි සමහර අයවැය යෝජනා ක්‍රියාත්මක කරේ නැහැ. ඒ ගැන අපි සභාවට දැම්මනේ. දැන් හොඳයි ඒ ගැන විභාග වාද කරන එක. විශේෂයෙන්ම බදු එකතු කිරීම ගැන අපේ බදු යෝජනා ගැන අපි තව සාකච්ඡා කරනවා. සමහර ඒවා අප්‍රේල් මාසේ ක්‍රියාත්මක කරන අනික සැප්තැම්බර් මාසේ ක්‍රියාත්මක කරන ජාත්‍යන්තර මූල්‍ය සංවිධානයක මූලික වශයෙන් මේ කාරණේ ගැන තමයි අපි සාකච්ඡා කරන්නේ. ඊට අමතරව අපිට විශේෂයෙන් නායක ඕන නම් ඒ ගැන සාකච්ඡා කරලා අපි ආරම්භ කරන්න ලෑස්ති. ආර්ථිකයේ අද තියෙන තත්ත්වය අනුව මම දන්නේ සමාජයේ එක්සත් රාජධානිය යුරෝපීය සංගමය ඉවත් වුණ තව ප්‍රශ්නයක් ඇති වෙනවා. අපි දැන් සූදානම් වෙලා ඉන්න ඕනේ. ඒ අවස්ථාවේදී අපිට වමනා ආධාර ලබා ගන්න. ඒ මූලික සාකච්ඡාව අපි කරගෙන යන ගමන් අපිට නායක ගන්න පුළුවන්ද කියන කාරණෙත් අපි අහලා බලලා වමනා නම් ගන්න. වමනා නැත්නම් ගන්න හේතුවක් නැහැ.
Prime Minister also told Parliament that the budget may have to be revised owing to global developments.
India's Hero Cycles Limited has acquired a majority stake in Sri Lankan-based bike exporter BSH Ventures Limited to gain GSP Plus concessions to the European Union.
India's Hero Cycles Limited has acquired a majority stake in Sri Lankan-based bike exporter BSH Ventures Limited to take advantage of the benefits from GSP Plus trade concession to the European Union. According to an online report on Bike Europe, Hero Cycles can gain a 14% tax advantage under the duty-free concessions to EU member states. Sri Lanka lost the GSP Plus trade concessions to the EU during the previous regime over human rights violations and is now back on track to regain the benefit. The BHS venture is the third acquisition of the Hero Cycles within a year. Apart from the much-awaited GSP Plus concessions, Hero Cycles Limited can also benefit by Sri Lanka's seaports and short lead time on shipments to Europe.
Employers Federation of Ceylon initiates internship opportunities for graduates in the island's top firms. That's coming up right after this short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. You're watching Biz1st Review 360. Youth employment remains a critical issue, with the rate of the unemployed amongst individuals holding tertiary educational qualifications being nearly 12%. Let's take a look.
The Employers Federation of Ceylon launched the Employers National Network of Youth Initiatives in a bid to increase the number of young people benefiting from productive internship opportunities nationwide. Youth employment remains a critical issue for policymakers, youth and families in Sri Lanka.
Inasmuch as Sri Lanka continues to record low unemployment figures, youth unemployment continues to be around 20%. Unemployment figures of females in the same category are also high. Underemployment remains a tougher issue that has no easy solutions. Sri Lanka has already set goals for itself by targeting the creation of 1 million jobs, identification of key areas of economic growth, as well as addressing socio-economic issues through achievement of sustainable development goals. As employers, we realize the importance of supporting these national endeavours, particularly if our country is to succeed in its development agenda of inclusive growth as we face up to the challenges of the fourth industrial revolution.
The Employers' National Network of Youth Initiatives aims to increase the overall quality of the internship experience, improving the employability of the interns.
In order to provide more and equitable access to internship opportunities, the EFC and ILO wish to collaborate with the selected universities to establish a structured internship scheme, building on efforts undertaken by a number of EFC members to increase the number and the quality of learning opportunities available to Sri Lanka graduates. Employers will be equally encouraged to take in more female youth, while university will be encouraged to aggressively promote registration of a female graduate for these internships in order to bridge a gap between male and female youth employment rates.
Energy experts debated the island's power crisis to figure out what went wrong and, more importantly, to find out what needs to be done to avoid island-wide power failure in the future. Here are some of the views from Face the Nation program that telecast this week.
As a whole, it's clear that this happens due to certain failures in the Putlam 300 into 3 megawatt power plants. That's 300 megawatt plants, 3 numbers, because the system is not prepared to absorb energy from these 3, and also the technical and design faults of that particular plants. From the commissioning itself, these issues were there.
One of the issues that we need to ask is that at what level of extra capacity do we need to run a power grid? The unfortunate situation is due to the recurrent failure of Norochole. We are now obliged to have backup power for a coal power plant. I saw that the government is planning to take in 200 megawatt diesel power plants as backup. So this is the first time I'm hearing that, like in a house or an office where you keep a backup generator, that you have backup power plants for coal. This is not how coal power plants are designed to run.
What we have today is the consequence what we have planned 5-6 years back and planned and implemented. And so I would call it a system problem. So we have a Norochole power plant. I will not go into the history and who built it, why we built it, what the Chinese machines, etc. because of the time. But there are shortcomings in it, as all of us agree probably. On that point, most of us will agree. And then what happened during the last 3 blackouts, and also there was a spell where we didn't have any blackouts from 2009. So our system has changed since 2009 to a new system with taking out of many distributed generations like 100 megawatt Putlam, 100 megawatt Amblipitiya and a few other 20 megawatt units, and we have planned the systems to have 900 megawatts at Putlam. And so especially when you don't have much of hydro generation today, we don't run Kotmale, we don't run many other power plants, we are restricted to run. Then we have to generate either in Colombo or surrounding areas thermal power, Kalanthessa, West Coast, etc., or at Putlam 900 megawatt, and then to distribute that all over the country.
We need to ask this question because when we have abundance of renewables in this country, and when the whole world is moving to renewables, and when we don't have coal inside, it's not indigenous source, why do we want to create a massive dependency? Currently fuel imports take 25% of our export volume.
Heritance Negombo, Sri Lanka's latest upscale resort, opens in the West Coast. That's coming up after this break. Welcome back. You're watching Biz1st Review 360. And now a glimpse of Heritance Negombo.
Inheritance Negombo, a beach resort built at a cost of nearly 5 billion rupees by Aiken Spence Hotels, invited the media for a pre-launch visit ahead of its grand opening in April. The five-star resort was formerly known as the Browns Beach Hotel Negombo. The hotel was rebuilt as an upmarket beach resort targeting high-end visitors. The resort will add 139 rooms and 5 restaurants to the island's hospitality industry.
Let's now take a look at some of the other top stories trending in the corporate arena.
Visa International, MasterCard and American Express Global has selected Epic Lanka Private Limited as a certified vendor for their access control server solution developed for secure payment processing. Epic Lanka says the electronic payment security solution developed by firm complies with 3D security for internet-based payment transactions, a preferred solution with leading international banks and financial institutions worldwide.
We pride ourselves in being a 100% homegrown entity, determined to take Sri Lanka to international heights with our solutions. As such, an accomplishment is why we are here today to celebrate Epic's certification by global giants in the credit card industry, Visa Card, MasterCard and American Express, choosing our access control server solution, which will revolutionize secure payment industry internationally as well as locally.
Epic Lanka Private Limited is the only Sri Lankan company to be appointed as a certified vendor for its access control server solution that provides secure payment processing product to be used in Visa, MasterCard and American Express networks.
3D security is additional security layer on internet payment transactions. So with the implementation of 3D security, before card payment authorization provided by the card acquirer, the card transaction will be sent to his or her card issuer to authenticate the card holder. So the theory behind this 3D security is that card holder authentication will be done before payment transaction is yet approved.
UK's iconic beauty brand and global retailer of cosmetics and toiletries, The Body Shop began a new chapter in Sri Lanka with the launch of its new store in Colombo in the presence of former Miss Sri Lanka and Bollywood actress Jacqueline Fernandez. Jacqueline Fernandez is the brand ambassador for Body Shop in Sri Lanka. Founded in 1976 in England, The Body Shop pioneered a sustainability framework named Enrich Not Exploit, incorporating 14 measurable corporate social responsibility targets by 2020. The brand aims to ensure that Body Shop's natural ingredients are traceable and sustainably sourced, reduce energy consumption of Body Shop stores by 10% and guaranteeing that 70% of packaging has no fossil fuels. The third convocation of the National School of Business Management was held in Colombo, with Minister Mahinda Samarasinghe gracing the occasion as a chief guest. Professor Narada Varnasuriya, Senior Professor of Pediatric, Kotalavala Defence University, Dr. E.A. Veerasinghe, Chief Executive Officer NSBM, and Dr. D.M.A. Kulasuriya, Director Academic Affairs NSBM, were among the guests of honour. Graduates of NSBM complete their degrees with 2 years working experience in some of the island's top firms. The National School of Business Management is established under the Ministry of Skills Development and Vocational Training.
අද අපි සුවිශේෂ සම්දිස්ථානයකට ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා රටක් හැටියට. මේ දවස්වල මානව හිමිකම් කවුන්සිලේ සැසිවාරය පවත්වනවා. හැබැයි කලින් ගමන් වලට වඩා රටට යහපත් පරිසරයක් ජෙනීවා වල අද ක්‍රියාත්මක වෙනවා. අද ශ්‍රී ලංකාව මාතෘකාවක් කරගෙන අපිට දෝෂාරෝපණය එල්ල කරන්න කවුරුත් ඉදිරිපත් වෙලා නැහැ. ඒක මම හිතන්නේ ශ්‍රී ලාංකිකයෝ හැටියට අපි සිළුම දෙනාම අගය කරන්න ඕනේ. අවුරුද්දක විතර කෙටි කාලයක් තුලදී මාස 15ක විතර කෙටි කාලයක් තුලදී අද ජාත්‍යන්තරයේ විශාල පිළිගැනීමක් ජනාධිපතිතුමාටත් අපේ රටටත් ලැබිලා තියෙනවා. චැන්සලර් ඇන්ජලා මර්කල් ජර්මනියේ ඒ ප්‍රබල නායිකාව සමග පැය එකමාරක් ඍජුව කතා කරා. ඒ අවස්ථාවේදී GSP+ සහනය නැවත වරක් ලබා දෙන්න කියලා ජනාධිපතිතුමා ඉල්ලීමක් කරා. දීවරයන්ට පනවලා තියෙන තහංචි ඉවත් කරන්න කියලා ජනාධිපතිතුමා ඉල්ලීමක් කරා. මේවායෙන් ඇත්ත වශයෙන්ම මේවා ලැබෙනකොට අපිට නොහිතපු රටවල් සමග අපි සම්බන්ධ වෙලා ඒ රටවල් වලින් අපිට ලංකාවට ගන්න පුළුවන් දේවල් ගන්නකොට තමුන්නාන්සලාගේ අනාගතය වඩාත් සුරක්ෂිතභාවයකට පත් වෙනවා.
Well, that's all the biz news we have for you tonight, but do join us again next Friday at the same time. I'm Ravi Gamage. Good night.